This is the Lydian spin, and you know we're not going to stop. But we would appreciate any help we can get because, look, our mouths do not run on gas and air alone, occasionally food and drink. So if you wouldn't mind contributing, no contribution, too large or too small, because we're just going to keep going whether or not you help us out. Your gain, your loss.
The PayPal is paypal.me/TSD1975. That's paypal.me/TSD1975.
It would help. We're going to keep going. You know, we don't like to beg, and certainly we're not, but actually, it's a fucking command. Take it or leave it. Thank you. This is the Lydian Spin. This is the Lydian Spin with Lydia Lunch and Tim Dahl. What you got to say for yourself, son?
Yeah, for myself, I'm just living life here, man.
Yeah, you're living life. You're preparing for our tour next week.
We are
the Midwest,
and we're fortunately we're not flying because it's a disaster.
Oh, hell to the no.
And speaking of which, yeah, I'm just bummed that the fucking Democrats caved. I mean, they had a lot of momentum going. What the fuck was that?
You know what? You know what? I'm glad. I'll tell you why I'm happy they're caved. I'm going to go into that in my intro. But in the first, before that, you got any stories? Let's tell them because I have something.
Well, one thing, there's been this a new report that came out in California that drought has caused a lot more conflicts between humans and animals, wild animals, and I guess in California between 2017 and 23, there were 32,000 reported I guess conflicts. I guess that means like not just attacks, but like them fucking up your property or all types of shit, but or livestock getting mauled and all that stuff. But point being is with global warming and all that stuff, there's just a lot of symptoms to that weren't anticipated, and animals fucking up humans was one of them. But you know, when things start starving and stuff, you know, they start going nuts.
Well, you know what? When things start starving, like you mean the people in this country, we're gonna see what's
gonna happen. Yeah, well, there's that. We're gonna go into
the human animal. Yeah.
Right. The other day, there's one more story. The other day was the housekeeping Olympics in Las Vegas. It was a 35th.
What?
Yes, they have a housekeeping Olympics. So it's like vacuum competitions and making bed competitions. It's actually it's not housewives that are doing it. It's basically these hotel places, and they have these teams.
Well, you know, that's one of the only jobs I ever had as an underage with a fake ID.
You told me that once. Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, part of the profits were extracted from other people's suitcases. Well, I also inserted things like joints and dirty panties into pilots, and also would have a meeting with the engineer in the bathroom and room, whatever. I love that job. Are you shitting me?
How long did you have that job?
Just enough to get enough money to run away to New York. Not very long, but I'm telling you, I was good at it because I can make a bed quick.
You're a nightmare.
Well, you know how clean my house is. Come on. I would have won that. I wish I would have known about that competition. Vacuuming. Hey, look, I put that vacuum cleaner hose on the tip of your whatever. I'm just saying. It's done. All right. Look, a big blow to the Nodfather, as Gavin Newsom has named him, the Dozy Donnie diaper wearer. The 218th signature needed to release the Epstein files will be signed by the newly inducted Arizona.
It already has been signed.
And it has been signed.
Okay. All right.
And finally, she's been inducted into Congress, the first Latina. That's amazing. So lawmakers today released an additional 20,000 pages of documents obtained by the Oversight Committee from the Epstein estate. And newer organizations have spent the day digging through the evidence. Now, the techie dumpster, Trump, name came up obviously multiple times, but this was my favorite detail. Epstein wrote to the New York Times reporter Landon Thomas on December 8th, 2015, hey, have them ask my houseman about Donald Trump almost walking through the door, leaving his nose print on the glass as young women were swimming in the pool. And he was so focused, he walked straight into the door. Now, what a fucking dingle-digging dolt that is, if you ask me. Now, even though he's threatened the Republicans to back down on releasing the files, Even Lauren Bobbert, who I think should change her name to Lorena Bobbert, has refused to buckle down and marched directly into Kash Patel's office, refusing to remove her signature, demanding the release of the truckload of files. Now, if Trump, the dumbest dunce yet, wasn't all over it, he would have released these long ago. So come on, just we know what the story is. It's the rich protecting the rich, and whatever fucking diaper Donnie did or didn't do, there are 100 or more other fucking criminals involved in the trafficking and sex abuse of 1,000 fucking victims. Get it done with.
Yeah, and so now is it going to be a race to the bottom, or is just everyone going to get thrown under the bus? Because, and also, well, the other thing is, does MAGA even give a shit? That's
they do actually. No, MAGA actually, the maggots give a shit because it was one of the things everything that he fucking promoted he was going to do, he's failed at, including this. Release the fucking files, including lower prices, everything. I mean, he's at the lowest of low rating of anybody ever. So maybe an indictment is coming. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Whatever, the rich protect the rich. And the thing is, they have the financial records, and this goes from the highest to the higher. That's all I'm saying. And anyway, I don't know what more could be said.
Not much. We have a good guest this week.
We have Jeff Ryan. He's got a lot to say. Very interesting. And
his wife, Lala. and they're talking about Acceptor, but they're also talking about movies. These are old pals.
Stanley Kubrick and all of that stuff. And in the meantime, Timothy Dahl, we are preparing for our Midwest tour just next week.
Yes. Chicago on a week from, on the 20th. So, and then
wait.
Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, etc. So hopefully we'll see folks
in
there.
Harrisburg, I'll be showing my film, Artist, Depression, Anxiety, and Rage. You can just look it up. The posters are online, and there we go. Okay, cut the recording, Simon. This is the Lydian Spin with Lydia Lunch and Tim Dahl. Our guest today is John Ryan, Acceptor.
Acceptor, yes.
Known as an American psychedelic, experimental, electronic, folk rock band, and so much else, I guess. Coming out of although I don't think of your music lately as noise scene, I think of it more as soft psychedelic trance induction, actually.
Ooh. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, you've had many releases, and here you are now. You're in the Hudson Valley, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys all met once. So these two have lived all over, obviously, New York City, then LA, then Chicago. Lydia, remember one time we performed in Chicago and they were going to host us, but then we ended up getting the venue provided. They had an Airbnb next door, so we didn't end up going.
Well, there's still time to host us in the Hudson Valley. You made a wise move.
Come on up. Yeah, we got the inflatable beds ready.
No comment. Yeah, well, I don't sleep much, so I guess that'd be fine. Better than a waterbed, I guess.
Well, the downtown Hilton is pretty cheap here. Downtown City Poughkeepsie Hilton is like $100 a night, and it's nice.
Oh, you're in Poughkeepsie. Okay, we got that.
Yep.
You never know. We're road dogs. We be road dogging.
You guys are serious hardcore road dogs, yeah.
Oh well, no choice. Now you two you have a son. That's why you're in the Hudson Valley, because he got into some nice high school, I guess, or something like that. I just want to. I mean, before we even talk about the music, hats off to be able to raise a kid and still be kind of independent and do your art and do all that, because that's really hard.
Now, one question: is your son weird or is he straight?
He's weird. He's definitely. Oh, I mean, please look at
praise.
Show a picture. Show a picture. He's got.
Sometimes they come out. They rebel.
Well, here's this one. It's from 8th grade.
Okay, I'm in love, LUV. Get that away from me. Come on now. Yeah,
He's an awesome. He's great. The only problem is that he can't relate to his peers for music because he's been raised with his record collection, and so he has an amazing taste in music, and no one knows what the hell he's talking about.
What grade is he in now?
He's in 11th grade.
He must be so frustrated by the vacuity of modern youth. Poor thing.
It is so like Lydia, it's so depressing right now because like I thought by now the youth would be so progressive and especially the girls, it's so regressive, it's so depressed. I'm sorry to be a bummer, but like it bums me out.
I'm happy to be a bummer. No biggie. Hey, come on. That's what I'm paid for. But I mean, look, the issue was somehow when we were his age, for instance, when I was his age, because I dropped out of high school in the 10th grade, but to be a weirdo, that was like you were the top of the pile, man. Like, fuck you, we're weird. Take it or leave it. Don't care. I think it's a lot harder now, bizarrely enough. But then again, that's why sometimes you have to go backward to go forward. It doesn't matter the age of people you identify with. For instance, when I ran away to New York, I was 16. Most other people were like 27. So
That's so
he can
amazing.
be in our cult. It's cool.
Well, no, but
Hopefully,
John Waters talks about this. He says that the weirdo rebellion youth of this generation is anonymous. So historically, punks or hippies, there was a fashion that was kind of associated with youth rebellion, and now it's like you don't even notice. But they're
well, when
shutting
you
down a
say
band.
Anonymous, Tim, I hope it's the hackers
Well, no, that's what I'm
known as
saying.
Anonymous, because that's pretty good.
So, all right, let's talk about, I guess, the beginning of the band, the trajectory of your family, and then all the side art stuff you've done in between while raising a kid and continuing your art.
Let's start before the New York noise scene. Exactly.
Well, I guess the question is, because Lydia's like association with the noise thing. Yeah, where do you place this kind of music? And I guess at the time, Load Records and all these different noise things were kind of the option. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they were the people interested in us, but they were also like, you guys don't, we like you, but you don't fit into our thing. So like,
I know what you mean, man.
How much
Fit in anywhere.
a lot of label hopping and like Hurt Feelings and that stuff. But I started the band kind of out of being in the No Neck Blues band,
right?
Kind of being frustrated with the limitations of a completely free improv environment. I was like, there was like a lot of the things I wanted to do were kind of forbidden in the like avant-garde scene, even though we were like outliers there because we were like all in our early 20s, like, and our contemporaries were like 15 years older than us.
Right. It's amazing with free improv how quickly people put the shackles on themselves. It makes no sense to me, but pretty, I guess, because people are pretty limited in their scope often, and so it's inevitable that they kind of.
It becomes like a purist thing, like maybe like when you join a cult, be a rebel.
There's that.
Has all those rules.
Yeah,
but I mean that's anything that is defined by a certain genre. That is the problem, and that's why I'm outside of all of it, and that's where we take our pride in so-called glory, because it's what we are. We're outliers, and I mean, we still exist. We're not going away. There will be others, and here we are. And this is why we have the podcast. So, welcome to this. Hello, you freaking weirdos. You're not alone.
Podcast. We listened to Kai Lynn Lunsford's episode, and we listened to Tiana Kennedy's episode. And I want to keep working on making my way through all. You guys have made a lot. You're prolific.
Once a week. Well, but speaking of prolific, I mean, Acceptor's pretty prolific, right? I mean, how many records have you made?
I don't even know. I mean, like, what do you call, like, what's a record? What's
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And we did like this, like 88, what we called streams, which were like live recordings that you were able to download for free on the internet until like.
And that's why we're so rich, because the podcast is free and your streaming was free. Hello.
Yeah.
I hope you have a garage we can move into eventually, or maybe a double wide cardboard box.
We have an apartment. Well, you're welcome.
Our last.
I don't take up much room, and I'm pretty quiet, but we'll have to talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our last label guy, Paul Smith, was kind of like, you guys are like giving away like everything. So what's going on?
Well, you know what? Paul Smith has taken away a lot of things from people. So there you go. I know him well because I go way back with him. So no, nothing else need to be said.
Yeah, I figured.
But you have a new record coming out soon. And what label is that on?
That's on our own label, Acceptor Records.
Because it's a DIM, do it myself, I guess.
Yeah, like we're done with hurting people's feelings and being the weird ones out. Might as well just keep it in the family.
I'm certainly not done with hurting people's feelings, but I do like to keep it in the family. And I don't hurt my family's feelings very often. I don't think.
Yeah. You know, we're letting them hash it out.
So you're okay. You felt
So
limited
like
with,
back to the
yeah.
Finally I was just like I had to quit No-Neck and started with the ideas that I would start up this like techno, like suicide inspired kind of like new wave band.
Well, that's kind of an oxymoron, suicide new wave, but go ahead. I'll hear you out.
I don't even know what new wave. You mean new wave in the way that it involves electronics?
How about next wave?
Cave wave.
Well, did you ever hear the Bootsy Collins record Ultra Wave, like at peak of his crack years? That's pretty far out.
Well, now we're talking.
I'll have to scrape it off the CD.
Oh no. Yeah, exactly. So, all right, you're doing, obviously you have drum machines, you're programming, you're doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, but like it was in the era where like rave had died, so you could get all this like 80s synth shit for like really cheap. Like I bought my first synthesizer and drum machine from Brian Moran, who was like the bartender at 69 Bar next to the Stonewall.
Okay.
Where Keith and I were hanging out with like Cecil Taylor.
Brian Moran, New York. Yep. Brian Moran.
Yeah, you
Blood Boy, who used to work with Richard Kern and was in one of my films.
Yeah, exactly.
Played on stage occasionally to offset my spoken word back in the day.
He's like a Reichian massage therapist and really
cool. I need him now. Wow.
Yeah,
he was so hot.
Last time I saw him was at a Melvin's concert like 10 years ago, but there it is.
Well, maybe it's time for an update. I'm going to check that one out.
Like an amazing analog synthesizer and a Roland drum machine for like $100.
Whoa!
Back in the day was a lot of money.
Yeah, no, but
yes,
those analog
not compared.
Yes and no, it was like like
for what you were getting, it was a very good deal.
Yeah. And there were a lot of good deals to be had, like in the Canal Street, like DJ shops and stuff. And
I mean, now that stuff
amassed this like mountain of equipment, but I didn't know what I was doing at all. And like my contemporaries didn't know what I was doing at all.
So. And your girlfriend was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
My girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh.
Suzanne, who I know, yes.
Yeah, the reason why Tim and I know each other
is because of Suzanne. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
you see, I mean, we always talk about the connective tissue here because it's just so random that things are like a psychedelic spider web connected sometimes by one thin thread that goes on forever. It's just like
I first knew him because of his my ex-girlfriend who grew up around him had a videotape of his like talk show appearances.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
So like endless late night, VHS hilarity that was going on.
Well, the thing is, speaking of psychedelic, I think they're all taking a bunch of psychedelics back then, which I don't know.
Oh, you still are, Tim. Come on.
Come on. Hey.
I feel I am psychedelic from how many psychedelics I took many, many years ago.
Right,
I don't even
need it anymore.
Yeah,
but I don't. They opened my mind. I'm there. The doors are opened.
You're there.
It's been decades since I've indulged, but when I did, I did.
It was good to do.
I remember after visiting my parents, like we were at the airport back when you could go to the airport and see people off. Like my mom was like, have a good time in New York. Don't take any more acid. Bye.
Oh wait, where were you coming from?
Oh, I grew up in Seattle.
Okay, all right. So the Seattle scene was not working for you, and then you decide to come to New York in what year?
I was like, I came for school, so I was, like 17, 18.
But he went to all these really cool grunge shows, like OG.
Yeah,
in
I
the
was like
90s,
a
like
super music fan, and like got to see Nirvana and like the Garage and like.
Cool.
Let's
And
face
that-
it.
actually,
Let's
me and
face
my
it. Early Nirvana. Hang on. Early Nirvana was pretty fucking stellar, man.
Yeah, it was great.
mhm.
Pretty fucking good.
I watch Nirvana videos. I mean, all the time. I love Nirvana.
Well, I like to watch the Weird Al Yankovic version of "Smells Like Teen Spirit" because I think he does a pretty damn good job of showing us exactly what it was all about. But that's just my
Mhm.
sense of humor.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wore flannel and
Who is the worst Seattle grunge band that made it?
that made it. Well,
Yeah,
Pearl,
they're kind of like the people outside of Seattle know about. In other words, like, oh yeah,
Pearl Jam sucks.
yeah, they suck.
You know what?
Yeah,
You read my mind.
That's
It was
right.
like right off the bat. Like,
Yeah, not even a question.
so I
Why do we agree? What is it about them that's so irritating?
They're still alive.
They made music.
Yeah, I just didn't buy. Well, first of all, Eddie Vedder's San Diego. Let's make that clear. And this kind of like, I got feelings, man. It just feels really kind of contrived to me. I just don't buy it. I don't know. And the songs stink.
Yeah.
You know, anybody can do anything they want. I don't care. They're not doing it for me the same way I'm not doing what I do for anybody else. I really don't give a shit. But I have to say, John, you did read my mind on that one.
Yeah,
It went right inside and came out.
I knew that right off the bat as a kid.
The only
but-
fucking jam I like is Raspberry.
Okay.
Roar.
Maybe I won't.
We
Break
you know
it
that you know that kind of like kind of style of singing. It's referred to as yarling, I guess. And I just never liked that. You know, I always thought that's
I don't like mumble rap, and I didn't know it was referred to as yarling. But
some people call it that. Yes.
I was more into the like screaming, like Chris Cornell, like Kurt Cobain, kind of like controlled scream.
But Buzzo, I mean, you're a Melvins fan too.
Oh yeah, huge Melvins. But like it was the
what
thing.
about
where, like,
Tad? Was Tad from Seattle?
yeah, Sat Tad.
I have to say, Behemoth
On
is one of
stage
my
dive.
favorite songs of that period. I mean, I
Yeah.
actually would like to cover it one time. Behemoth, I'll do it for you, motherfucker.
You know that Tad record that has that awesome like gatefold picture of like the audience and like
All right.
there's like some skinhead.
Are you
like,
in there? That's you?
No, but
Oh,
a early member of Acceptor is in there, like
Oh.
my arch nemesis.
you will fall, you're falling.
And he's like looking up at the skinhead, like flying through the air, going like, "Oh shit!"
Tad, we're unique. Put it that way.
Ambitious workshop, baby. That's all I.
Oh, come on now. I say that we need a Tad resurgence, maybe even a Tad cover band. I don't know.
a Tad tribute band. Yeah.
Oh, Tim, you're giving me goosebumps.
Oh God.
God's
Um,
ball. I mean,
How about if we could do little Tad Jr.?
Ooh.
Oh, like little, like small faces, small Tad. Exactly.
Tiny Tad with Jimmy Doll.
Tiny Tad. So
Tiny Tad with Jimmy
exactly.
Doll and Little Liddy. Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. All right. That's
a
going to be our next
ukulele,
fucking
a
tour.
ukulele covered in the Tiny Tim style of Tad songs. Okay, all right, we got something.
Well, I mean, you're stretching it a bit far now, Tim, for my liking, but I'm just saying,
Sorry.
Behemoth. I was made to sing that song.
You have to.
You will fall.
All right. Well, at least I did it for you, my audience of 3, so that's fine.
Yeah, you will fall.
So the are you a kind of a regional fan? Do you like Hart and Jimi Hendrix, or who else is from Seattle?
Yes.
No, I was like, believe it or not, I was a big Green Pajamas fan.
Oh, green pajamas.
And
I'm in my pajamas now, but they're not green.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah,
They're
good.
awesome. Love it. I'm in my Skinner shirt. For my Skinner.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Speaking about, sorry to interrupt, John, but speaking about Skinner, I did cover. Oh, that smell of death surrounds you. Oh, it's got to be on YouTube somewhere. I did it, honey. Yes, I did. Because how could you not say the smell of death surrounds you to a bunch of punk fuckers?
Oh yeah. I mean, they're crazy hick Florida punk fuck. I mean,
totally.
So
the redneck in me loves part of it, not all of it. I have to say, exactly. A little bit of it.
Yeah, and actually,
you take the best parts.
Exactly, and Skinner has become kind of like everybody loves Skinner in the South now. It's not like oh yeah, the Confederate flag.
Well, I'll just stick by smell of death.
Well, we went to the Skinner concert a couple summers ago.
Yes.
Well, not Woodstock, Bethel Woods.
Okay,
Woodstock.
Yes, where Woodstock was.
Woodstockish.
Exactly.
Near, Woodstock, not the festival, but Woodstock, which is
where Woodstock, where the festival happened, not Woodstock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so Bethel Farm, whatever.
Right.
And ZZ Top opens.
Oh, by the way, ZZ Top were one of the loudest bands I've ever seen live. I have to say, I love early ZZ Top, man. Come on.
Dude, I was sobbing the entire time. Sobbing. I was like, make out with me the whole time.
Guelo, I mean, come on. I think my nipples got hard when you said that.
Like everyone,
and I don't like a man with a beard because I think he's got more bacteria than a dog's face. But you got to accept. You got to accept.
But I made a game for myself. It's like I'm gonna drink a $18 White Claw for every Confederate flag I see.
Oh, and I'm surprised you're alive.
I drank 1.5.
Wow.
Well, it was up north. Yeah, I think I told Lydia because I
$27 worth of White Claw.
I'm gonna do a Doom tribute arrangements of ZZ Top called ZZ Bottom.
Pin cushion, that kind of thing.
I've been bad. I've been good.
It was so good.
Tube boogie.
I mean, let's just face it. There is a bit of a redneck in me. Tim Dahl knows that, but I'm a bit of a redneck here and there. Yeah, it's true. Come on.
From the cornfields.
Yeah, you're from Rochester. I'm from Indiana. So like
kind of the same thing.
I mean, once you get outside of any major city, that's kind of what it is,
Well, I was fortunate when I was living up there. I didn't see much Southern rock, but I saw a lot of progressive shit anyway. So that was cool. But that was like the early 70s before I left. So it don't matter. I mean, I did not come into my appreciation for redneck rock till much later because you hate it when you're young. And then you go, wait a minute. Yeah. They almost killed each other. I think I like them. They're badass. I think I like them.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get Jim Dandy on the podcast. Because our booking agent, Joey Killingsworth, has played with and Black Hawk, Arkansas, by the way, Jim Dandy to the rescue. They gave a lot of their money to charity. I need to get them on the podcast, I think.
Amazing.
When we were on our like COVID era, like Southern,
I was just gonna say that
car trip, we decided to like just go on a road trip, see Graceland, see New Orleans. And we happened by the like crash site
of Skinner's plane.
Where was that? That was that like in Alabama or something?
Mississippi. It's
okay.
There's a big sign off the highway.
Yeah, you can't.
We didn't plan it. I was like, oh my god, we got it.
All these signs like Leonard Skinner Memorial.
Whoa.
Car and there's a big sign it's like it's fenced off. You can't go to where the plane crashed. It's fenced off.
That sucks.
There's like a sign and there's like beautiful flowers and this dude came up to us. He's like, I was here the day the plane crashed.
Whoa.
Let me tell you, I went up but I tried to help him. This old dude, who knows?
That's intense.
But it was intense.
He's like, I pulled the body out and like I have a guitar pick made of the piece of the plane pulled out of his hat.
Yeah, he did. So I mean, he had a
whiskey bottle, brand new car, hook tree, you're in my way. Too much smoke and too much coke. Look what's going on inside you. I don't often go into my own karaoke, but I'm like, ooh, that smell.
All right.
Yes, you smell that smell. Smell the death around you.
But
How can
so-
you not sing that out? You have to.
But this guy, I mean, it wasn't from the plane. I mean, he was kind of like some
He lived nearby. I don't know.
grifters.
He was just hanging out, waiting to talk to people, pulling over. And,
Well, so no, check this out, because this kind of there's kind of a connection here, because Leonard Skinner was a huge influence on like thrash metal, like on Metallica and all that stuff. I mean, if you hear some of the early Metallica kind of like ballady stuff, it just sounds like Simple Man or something like that.
Now
So
they call you Prince Charming.
So check this
Can't
out.
speak a word when you're full of lewds. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Fast.
So, oh boy. Just like you guys stumbling into the crash site, Lydia and I were in tour, and this is kind of connected with Metallica. Our van breaks down in Sweden, and we pull into a gas station, and I decide we're waiting for help or something. I do like a little walk down the road and walk about 100 yards, and there was the crash site of Metallica when my bass player, what's his name, died?
do you know the bass player who died?
Oh, I should. This is embarrassing. I just blanked on.
I don't know. I don't know.
Say,
My brain is just blanking on me.
and I'm wearing like denim head to toe.
Cliff Burton?
Yeah, Cliff
Burton?
Cliff Burton.
I don't even know. I just Googled it. All right.
No,
I'm just saying.
sorry,
Come on,
folks.
man.
I should
I
know
give a
that.
shit about Metallica, but go ahead.
But we stumbled
No.
in.
No.
Our car broke down, and we stumbled into the crash site of them. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
Go. All right. So,
I would call these sacred sites. I started
Yeah.
this idea of like,
well, my friend thinks they're cursed sites, but I mean, our van broke down right there. That was kind of weird.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it was really strange. All right, so you go on.
and the dam.
Well, private planes, don't get in private planes. Like, don't trust the pilots, don't trust
Totally.
the companies. Never
Totally.
do it. Like, dude, how many private planes and helicopters crash? You hear about it all the time.
All the
the
time.
rich multimillionaire and his whole entire family just died from a plane crash in Kentucky, wherever they're flying, because they're too good for commercial airlines. Like, you hear about it all the time.
It leaves you vulnerable to like assassination.
I guess, who knows?
Right. There's that too. All right. Well, let's digress a little bit. We're talking about cursed spots.
Yeah.
Jeff, John Fel Ryan, you go by Jeff. At least as long as
Yeah.
I've known you.
It's JF, Jeff. That's
Yeah. Right. There we go. So
John Ryan, also known as Jeff. Etc.
you speaking of cursed spots, you were in the movie, the documentary on The Shining, 247, and I don't know.
Very interesting. Yes, let's talk about that.
I mean, there's because you're a major film buff, and first of all, how'd you get on that documentary?
It's fun.
I'm making another drink. Go ahead. Start.
Okay. I was like a Shining obsessive, and like concurrent with doing music, and I was asked by the Spectacle Theater, like this like 20-seat like DIY kind of gray area bootleg theater in Williamsburg. They were like, hey, we're doing this film remix thing, like remix, like alternate soundtrack playing live in front of movies. And I was just like,
I love that concept. That's a very cool thing. I think that's a really cool thing to do. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like the remix idea, but I was like, I'm not going to play music in front of a movie.
So what did you end up doing?
I'm too much of a purist, but what I will do is screen The Shining forwards and backwards
At the same time.
Yeah.
Superimposed.
And the guy was like, okay. And so he did it. And, I was chummy with.
Just say that one more time. You did what?
We screened The Shining forwards and backwards simultaneously.
At the same time.
Superimposed on itself.
Amazing. Yes. Okay. You are weird. Thank you. I like that.
So we like put it together and did a pre-screening, like, and we're just kind of floored. Like I didn't really know what to expect, but it was a way of, for me, it was like an academic way of measuring, like, does this movie like have there's mirrors all over the movie. So is it a mirror of itself? Like,
Oh, that's so interesting. Is that a mirror of itself?
yeah. So the
Very.
easiest way to find out would be like, and with the available, editing, computer editing stuff, like you could just take a file of it and do that. But it was like all these synchronicities happened and like all these things like linked up.
Forward to backward, all these synchronicities, forward to backward.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so when it screened, it was a big hit and it sold out and we had to do another screening. And the author, Jonathan Lethem,
yeah, Lethem, the author, the book, the author of books.
Yeah, there are books. I haven't read any. Yeah. I know he is. He was like friends with this filmmaker, Rodney Asher, who was making a documentary about people who are obsessed with The Shining. So Jonathan was like, you got to check this guy out. I just went to this crazy screening in Brooklyn. And so he got
just a minute about Jonathan Lethem, because he's written a lot of novels, and one of his first ones was called Gone with Occasional Music, Amnesia right. Moon, As She Climbed the Table, Motherless Brooklyn. I think that's his most famous one. That's a great, I did read that it was great. Fortress of Solitude, You Don't Love Me, Chronic City. So he's quite a acknowledged novelist. Yeah. Who was, you said, a huge fan of The Shining. He was at your presentation of Forward Backward Motion.
Yeah, and I had this other like Shining obsessive there who like I was in correspondence with a bunch of like Shining
freaks.
We're all trying to figure out like what the landscape was of the hotel and like creating this memory palace and like.
Well, besides even The Shining, I mean, Kubrick was a tricky motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
I mean, very tricky. So carry on. So you had a correspondence with other Shining freaks.
And so then they made this documentary, and then you're
yeah, I was one of the freaks.
And so it's mainly a voiceover documentary, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is the documentary called again?
Room 237.
237.
Yeah, it premiered at Sundance and was like a big hit, and like everyone in Hollywood saw it. Blah blah.
And basically just because of your avid obsession and your forward, backward, trying to find the mirror effect in this, which happened to be attended by a few people that were really obsessed, this documentary came about and you became one of the voiceovers.
Yeah. And then we coincidentally,
in a nutshell,
Los Angeles, like the year it came out. And so we're like, went to the Hollywood premiere. It was at the Grauman's Chinese Theater, and then they screened the forwards backwards thing after in like 4K or whatever. And
were there any scenes that actually forward and backward were like consolidated at the same time?
The middle.
Yeah, the middle of where Halloran's asleep in the bed with the like Afro posters and
the
center.
I mean, it's the next step from like people claiming that some music is, backward recordings, summoning Satan.
Oh yeah, My Sweet Satan.
So it's basically like a movie palindrome.
Go by the long road.
Excuse me, say that again, Jeff.
Oh, there are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, still time to change the road you're on. Backwards is like
there are two paths.
It's a palindrome. It's a palindrome.
Here's My Sweet Satan.
I've never done more karaoke on this podcast until today. I don't know why you bring it out of me. It's perverse, to say the least. It's fucking weird, like the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like
karaoke's so fun.
I mean, my life is kind of like that. It's just weird shit after weird shit.
It's an instrumental karaoke of your internal insanity.
I mean, you poke a stick at the abyss, and next thing you know, you're in it.
You want to talk about Warner
You're in the
Brothers?
black hole, you can climb out, or you can go into the quicksand and just your nose is above water. Maybe you'll survive.
Yeah. And then years later, like we got a C&D. I got a C&D letter. Or I didn't, but the theater
Cease and
did.
desist letter.
Yes, you did. You got a cease and desist letter sent to your
Oh.
email
Yeah.
from Warner Brothers attorney.
Oh, fuck them.
Like,
You know
like
what?
years after, like
No,
I
decades.
mean, yeah, well, because that's probably how long they take to pay royalties on anything anyway. So,
Right.
oh, yeah, can you stop doing that? You know what? Can you fuck off and die?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
They
Just-
sent him 4 emails. And actually, we were getting kind of scared because we
Yeah.
don't have the money to
You
defend.
can't fight that shit.
No, it's a Warner Brothers.
And I'm like a paranoid, insane person.
And so we Googled the law firm and they sued people for like millions of dollars for like selling
Right.
Tom.
All right, so take my what? My blood cells. The only thing
Right.
I have millions of are my blood cells.
Yeah, take
Fuck you.
chop off my hand. What are you gonna get from us? Like
You want my left eyeball? Go ahead, take it.
Yeah.
Idiots.
we ignored them on the advice of someone's mom who's an attorney. She's like, don't admit shit. Don't do their work for them. They want to scare you. Don't say shit. Don't answer. She's an attorney. She's like, fuck that.
Like it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so
Because what are they going to do? Come and hunt you down? And then what? To do what? Take away one piano key?
yeah, exactly.
Fuck
Exactly.
you.
Harry, we did this. Here's the dates.
I'm going to take your I'm going to take a couple of those keys off the piano because you got nothing else to give us. Oh, shit.
Nothing.
Well, we got another one in the back.
Oh, and well, don't let them know that.
Free. Jesus
So you
Christ.
just ignored them. You ignored it.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of
don't went
piano,
away.
speaking of piano, Lala, you're you grew up practicing piano and being a pianist, but you also give lessons.
Yeah, I teach and
Awesome.
really cool. I really like to a lot of people who think they're not good at piano or like could never play it are just have been told by mean people in the past that they can't access this instrument unless they do it in this certain Western classical way. And one of my favorite things is to ask like adult students like what their dream piece is.
Hmm.
And then show them a synesthetic like YouTube video of it of like the colors and the keys and then or make an edit that it's easy. I'm like, you want to learn that? We're going to learn that. And if you we can totally do it. It's accessible to you and it's not some holy like high temple of like learning. Like anyone can access this. And I think piano education is super radical for kids too, who like might have learning differences or regular kids who feel like cut out. Like it's so empowering. I could talk
Yeah.
about it for a really long time, but
I mean, most kids probably don't have a piano, but piano might be the easiest thing for them to start with because, I mean, just because it probably is. I mean, it's right there in front of you.
It's right there. You don't have to have like any technique with your fingers or your lips. You just like play what like resonates with you.
I mean,
And-
I've often had a piano in my younger years, just given to me or whatever. I love playing the piano, but I'm like sub Eric Satie. Like I have one song that goes on forever. Na 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 na. It goes on
You were
forever.
listening-
Whoa.
Yeah, the first record I got of yours was that Drowning of Lucy Hamilton.
Oh, thank you. So the Drowning of Lucy Hamilton is an instrumental record, which was the soundtrack to The Right Side of My Brain, and it's with Connie Berger, the group Mars, and it's bass, clarinet, 2 guitars, and piano. So another connective tissue there. John, Fell, Ryan, Jeff.
Yeah, and what's your main act?
and bass clarinet. I play bass clarinet and I'm obsessed with
I did not know that. Okay.
that's why I know about Scott Johnson because I love all
what
the
I
Scott
find
Johnson.
weird about that record,
love
which
that
is one
stuff.
of my most obscure, is that how many metal dudes come up and say they like it. And I'm like, how do you even know this fucking thing? It's like the
Right.
most obscure thing I've done. And they're like, oh, yeah, we love that. Right. I'm like, all right, fine. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
but as a kid, I was like, "Oh, Lydia Lunch is cool." I was get this, and I was like,
but also your piano playing.
Is, whatever. I'm hot, actually, baby, but thank you for the compliment.
"It's in the
Carry on,
language."
Timothy.
Lucy Hamilton bass clarinet. Lucy Hamilton is a fucking monster on bass clarinet. Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's Connie Berg, who was the guitar player in Mars, who was one of my main influences. And Mars is still one of my favorite bands, you know.
But
Are
like
you an Eric Dolphy fan? I would.
yeah,
Of course.
totally.
I mean, that's next level.
and
That's
my favorite bass clarinet is like Bernard Herrmann and his scores for like Vertigo and like all the bass
Okay.
clarinet solos.
Cool.
It's
Mm.
so sick when there's a bass clarinet popping out in a Hitchcock movie. I love it.
It's a grand instrument,
It really is. It's
and
really
especially with piano. I would love to hear a double bass clarinet recording.
Ooh.
And it could be you and yourself.
Yes, I have
I'd gladly mix it for you.
Okay. I'm
Deal.
on. It's on.
Can't wait.
Okay.
And we could have liner notes, but no lyrics, but liner notes, which people could then do the lyrics themselves to.
Yes. Okay. It's
I think we got a deal. I'm down. I'm down.
It's happening. Wow. All right.
Yeah. The spider web of the connective tissue is expanding every minute we're on this podcast. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Jeff, as a film buff, what's your favorite?
Oh yeah.
Lydia lunch movie.
Oh please stop that. Do not ask somebody that question.
All right, fine.
Believe it or not, like when I was in high school, like Seattle was kind of hip. Believe it or not.
Certainly.
So they had one of those video stores where you could get anything. Scarecrow.
Of course.
So I ran into like, I don't know if it was legal or not, but the complete works of Richard Kern.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't.
In my parents' like basement. And I was one of those things where you're just like, don't walk in. Don't walk in. Don't walk in. And then Fingered finally like actually like broke me. I was like, this is upsetting.
And what did it do to you?
It broke him.
It actually started to upset me.
Good. I mean, it was made to actually, the first time I saw it, I'm like, not hard enough. These are true stories. It's like, Right Side of My Brain is an homage to Polanski's, to Polanski. Yeah, exactly. And Fingered was just meant as a drive-in trailer with all the fat removed and exploitation thing. I'm glad it broke you as a teenager. It's a very divisive film, either the most misogynist or the most feminist. I've heard both. Nonetheless, voted by the Whitney Museum at one point as the top cinema of transgression film. Whatever. Thank you, Tim, for bringing that up. Outside of my realm, favorite films besides The Shining.
Oh, me?
No, there's so many, but just off the top of your head, like
Repo Man.
Oh, I love Repo Man. Yeah.
Vertigo.
It's a stretch from one to the other.
Christmas on Earth.
Vertigo's the best.
Have you seen Christmas on Earth?
I never saw Christmas on Earth.
Barbara Rubin, who was like she was Edie Sedgwick's roommate in the Looney Bin, and like became like the Jonas Mekas' assistant, and like promoted like tours of Allen Ginsberg and like underground film. And she made this film when she was like 17. It's the most filthiest of the 60s underground films by far.
What's it called?
Christmas on Earth.
Christmas on Earth. There's like
okay, good.
Just Gerard, help me with his last name, babe.
Who? Gerard Malanga?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like 20 minutes of his balls.
Of his balls. Oh, thrills. Yeah. It sounds as exciting as Sleep by Warhol of John Giorno sleeping for 24 hours.
Yeah.
One of my favorite films is Santa Sangre.
Oh, yeah.
By Jodorowsky. And also Martyrs, a really brutal French revenge film. Martyrs. As a matter of fact, if I tell people to watch that, they say, don't ever recommend another film to me again. I would say Requiem for a Dream. Is it amazing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time like in my life when I had a cool loft and industrial like East Williamsburg, Bushwick, and like people would inevitably like end up in my loft, and so I would show them, like that was like in the DVD era. So I would be like, hey, you guys want to get wasted and like watch Lessons of Darkness, or like you guys want to get chicken wings and watch Irreversible,
I would love getting those.
Irreversible, you mean Gaspar Noé?
Yeah, it's like the
I have to say, I made him cry once. And I'm not a big fan of his films, especially that one, because the violence I like, the banality I don't. I sang a song in French, and it did reduce him to tears, which I was very proud of, I must say. I'll stick with Santa Sangre, Martyrs. And if you haven't seen Martyrs, it is truly, it's like 3 films in one. So Desaadian, so brutal, so how the bourgeois and rich people really can fucking kill whatever they want. Hello, Epstein.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So scary. Like, just like that people really walk around thinking that they're better than other people because of money or whatever. Like,
They do.
I do believe that's what they do.
it's so scary. I mean, it
But
never
it's been on forever. What
I
is
know.
this?
Yeah,
Not new, not new, not new.
it's not
Well,
new.
See
It's
what
not.
happens. It's coming to a head. That's right.
Yeah, because of the snuff film aspect.
Oh yeah, apparently the most controversial part of the Epstein files is that it's not only child trafficking, there's apparently snuff films involved. That's what he says.
Okay, well, you know what? Look,
That's
whether
what
or not
the underground say.
whether or not that exists is fucking horrifying enough. And by the way, today, as I will be relating in the intro to this, the 18th signature, the 218th signature will be had, and things have got to crack open because it's just ridiculous. But again, I'm going to go back to Marquis de Sade. He wrote about this with the exaggeration or not of the fact that the rich can fuck and sometimes kill whatever they want and get away with it. And that's what's happening. And you know what? I think it's going to have to come to a fucking ugly head very soon, like this week.
Enough people.
Yeah. There we go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never too far away.
Oh yeah.
You have it right next to you. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
well, and you know, the Grove Press, the Grove
words because she has students and stuff.
Yeah.
The Grove Press edition's the best translation. But I mean, what is it about? No matter how repetitive and vulgar it is, it's really about the fact that there are dark obsessions within people, but mainly there are the rich that will do and get away with whatever they want.
And that's what Eyes Wide Shut is about.
That's what all the Kubrick movies are about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I mean, so going back to The Shining real quickly, because there's so many theories about what it's about. I'm one of my favorite ones. It's about molestation, and then all of his like imaginary characters are basically disassociation from the fact that his father's raping him, and the scene where he enters 237 and he starts making out with the woman in the bathtub who turns into an old hag was his mom, and so it's like representing the chain of abuse that you can't, because she was molesting him when he was growing up, and I like that theory.
Well, that makes sense because, like, in my like deconstructions of the film, like I found that like Shelley Duvall has the same eyes as the bear dog person in the.
Oh, right.
Yeah, these big lidded
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
And she was tortured almost unto near death, Shelley Duvall, in that
Oh,
film.
and her whole life. And she's such a pure performer. And people just fucking shit on her and hated on her.
And tortured her in order to get the performance out of her, which is such bullshit.
She was an actor of the caliber, equal caliber to anyone at the time.
I mean, Three Women. Okay, Three Women. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really great.
So good. Sissy Spacek, Shelley Duvall. Also, I want to move to that bar in the desert and shoot guns in the back and like hang out and TP. Like, can we do that?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
But now what's up now on Netflix is the Eileen Warno story, which Jasmine Hurst, a very good friend of the podcast and my personal videographer, tarot reader who we do readings with, and photographer, has a big part of her filming of Eileen Warnos on death row in it. And then Ryan Murphy's next thing is on Eileen Warnos. But so the Netflix thing on Eileen Warnos up now. Jasmine Hurst is a huge part of it.
Okay, we'll have to watch
starring Sydney Sweeney or something.
No, it's not starring Sydney Sweeney. It's starring Eileen Warnos. This is the real documentary, not the faux version.
No, I've seen the
Monster.
The Berlin
Monster.
Girl.
Well, Charlize.
No, that was Charlene. That was Charlize Theron.
Really good. Yeah, she did great. I really liked her portrayal.
Well, one Valentine's Day, Tim and I performed with Matt Nelson, and I read some of Eileen Warnos's letters, which Jasmine had because she had contact with her. People were crying. I'll send you the videos if you like.
I mean, it's just, this is the thing. This is what I kind of push back against in terms of like people who commit crimes because you know they're abused so bad, and I like want to just
She was raped maybe 60 times.
like it's how does your human mind? I mean, you can't process that. How do you get past that? You know?
I'm sending you when we get off this in a few minutes my readings of 2 Eileen Wuornos letters, including one where I argue with her concepts.
Oh my God, I would love that. Please.
I'm sending it. That's going to be your tonight gift.
Oh, thank you. That would be amazing. It's
Lovely. Growing up, digressing a little bit, growing up in Indiana, you were talking about fantasies of shooting guns. Did you shoot guns growing up?
My grandpa grew up on a farm and he grew up shooting, and my dad wasn't living on my dad was raised in Anderson, Indiana, and they would go out and visit the farm. And my dad learned how to shoot. And he's got 2 sisters who are, one of them is a forensic psychiatrist. She lives in the desert.
Can I be adopted by your family? I love it. Dad shoots guns, sister forensic psychologist.
Come on. She worked in a federal facility in Florence, Arizona. She treated rapists, serial killers. She's a fucking badass. She sleeps with a pillow, with a pistol under her pillow.
Of course she does. Come on. I sleep with a bucket of knives beside my bed because I don't have a gun in New York, but everywhere else. Thank you.
Yeah.
I get it.
And she took me out into the desert and we went shooting where there's no people, no cars. She knows all the back roads. We just shot pistols into the desert. And like this pistol, like shooting a pistol is not an easy, like the whole entire, like I was not ready for it.
Kickback.
Well, I was because I took training.
Okay. Oh my God, you did. Oh, whoa. That's amazing.
I lived in New Orleans. I had to. 17 cops were arrested. I was not going to go without a thank you.
Oh, fuck.
So do you have good aim? Do you have good, are you like a natural?
No, it's trash. And you know what? I honestly want to get a gun license, and my dad told me he's going to give me some guns for Christmas. So I'm getting
Get the license. Get the license.
I'm going to get a license.
You know, it's not that hard. All you got to do is, gun control means holding it in 2 hands.
Like,
I think every woman should be psychologically and physically well trained in defending themselves just in case. And if that means having a gun or a bucket of fucking knives or learning self-defense or learning how to do a throat punch or an eye gouge or a ball kick or a shin cut, that means you should do it, because as women, we deserve to protect ourselves against the possibility of imminent attack. And to be safe in our own home, whatever that means to you, you should feel safe in your own home. Because you know what? Is he going to protect you? You're going to protect him.
No. Exactly. Because I've told him I will get like, I like to go on walks in the forest around here, but every time I'm on a walk alone, some creepy man shows up. So I took him once with me. I'm like, let's see what happens. What do you know?
There they were.
Just fucking shows up like always. So I can't go out in the forest by myself. Like
well, you know what? I mean, I do not believe in pepper spray because it could come back in your face. But I do believe in screaming in somebody's face. What the fuck do you think you're doing? And what do you want? But also having some form of protection. But and learning how to do a throat punch or an eye gouge, very simple, because that's all you need to do.
That's all you need to do. And then they're stunned, and then
they prey on fear, not on power.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
You got to use your loud voice and tell them how it's going to go down.
You look at them in
and
the
also,
eye.
can you imagine you say to a creep, "I will fucking kill you." You know that, motherfucker? I will fucking kill you. Let me say that again. I will fucking kill you. Now, you want this?
Yes.
I'm telling you. Out.
No,
it prey on fear.
They do. They want the ones who look scared. And if you look at them and you bark like a dog and look them in the eye and you walk up to them.
Maybe you should print out a picture of Eileen Wuornos on a stick. I walk around and then go, "You want this? I got it. You're going down."
I'm doing it tonight. I have a printer, man. I'm gluing that shit together. I'm taking it on my next walk.
Like, that's right. You're going down.
Yeah.
And that's why we are the true weirdos of the universe. Because John, Ryan, Jeff, you make music that could possibly scare people or soothe them. Depends on what state of mind they're in.
It
seems to find
right?
He doesn't love
I
it.
think it's soothing.
Yeah.
What I've heard is very soothing.
And you know, I want to ask you that. Has your music ever freaked people out, like where the audience almost attacks you on, you know, from
Oh,
no,
has the
come
audience
on.
attacked
no,
you?
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
I'm sure,
Lots of
yeah.
times.
I mean, if you got a few spare minutes to spare, I could. There was one time,
Yeah,
Shit,
the
which-
Todd P show.
yeah, the Todd P
Oh,
show.
I was at that show. I was
Yeah.
at that show.
What at
So
Transpico?
No, there was no, it was
Todd
like
P was having an all-day fest.
it was Labor Day weekend.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, you've
there's
such a good
something where like he
memory.
had to change venues at the last
Big
time.
warehouse.
Yes, I was there. I was there. Yes.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and Todd P, like, he's a kind of a trickster character. So
It's amazing, and he created
Yeah.
a scene, so we're not going to have any negative
Right,
shit about.
right.
no, we're
Okay.
not. There's nothing negative
Yeah,
about
yeah,
him,
yeah.
but like he makes it happen.
Yeah,
but like
absolutely.
he is, as any true New Yorker is, a bit of a prankster.
Sure. Yeah.
So he had us go right before Matt and Kim.
Right before what?
Matt and Kim, who you remember from? You
Yeah.
may remember from Brooklyn Summer. You don't.
Yeah,
remember,
I know exactly who that is. Yes, yes.
you don't remember like Let's Go. Hey,
I don't want to think about it. But I was in the show. The guy stormed the stage, but did he want to participate, or am I thinking about another show?
yeah,
No, that
he,
was it.
He was just
Yeah.
like, he was like, well, anyone is like, give me the mic, man.
Oh.
I'm ready. And I was like, are you ready? Are you ready?
Lydia, that's happened to you before, right?
So I
Pardon
swept
me?
It's happened to
Hold
you. People
No,
come up to you.
finish the story. Finish the story. So then you kind of
Sorry,
like you bulldoze or you kind of like
Yes,
yeah.
I swept his leg and put him on the floor and stepped on his neck.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I remember that. And then
That's-
But
Yes.
the more spectacular
Oh,
incident that didn't involve like me like kicking members of
Yeah.
my own band in the face or anything, but
that's we digress.
we were in
Madison,
Madison playing some other
fucking Madison, Wisconsin. Talk about
Wisconsin.
cursed. Oh,
so this cool cat, you know, who's kind of associated with the fest, like dreamed up this like ultimate like outsider
that we didn't
electronics
get paid
night.
for.
Shh, hold on.
Sorry.
So we were like opening for Salem, but then he decided to like shuffle it around. The
The
people
order.
in charge are like, you're too young, you're getting your britches up. So they put a bunch of indie rock acts in there. When I say indie rock,
It was
like
low,
in
right?
the late 2000s, it was like the date rape indie rock.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Creepy. Yeah. Frat boys or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so like after we performed, like we were like done with our set, you know, 30 minutes and out, and the DJ didn't put on any music and just had us standing up there while the whole crowd
Mhm.
booing. And,
You grow balls after that.
yeah, so I this is in the era when I had a megaphone. So I jumped right into this kid and like screamed right in his face with the megaphone. But I went too far and like smacked him in the face with his megaphone, so I cut his nose up.
Uh-oh.
So
Deserved it.
after we
Little baby
oh yeah, and
booing.
then the next band after us, you know, this like we're like shoved you
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah,
this whole thing where I had
So
to
it was like
like,
a riot, basically. Mini
well, I
riot.
had to go up to the drummer of the next band and be like, you touch, you know, you touch my band member again, I'm gonna stick this like screwdriver up your nose.
Then later.
Then I got off stage and we were like trying to cool out, and the kid comes up to me, you know, I'm drinking my post show beer or whatever. No
Mhm.
liquids on stage.
Mhm.
And he comes up to me, he's like, you cut my face open. And I was like,
Ugh.
you know, and I was like in my 30s and he was like a college student, so I felt kind of bad. And I was like, hey, you know, like no hard feelings. It's just
Mm.
hey, let me buy you a beer, kid. And he's like, he already had a beer. And I was like, oh, you have a beer. And he's like, what's happening is you're gonna let me pour this beer on you. And I was like,
What?
I was like, you mean that beer? And then the beer was flying across the room.
It was so fast. No, he's like, what beer? You mean this beer? And just smacked it out of his hand.
Well,
And
I
then
mean,
I was like, we have to leave now.
yeah, because you're literally outnumbered at that point, and so
Yeah.
But, like you understand, like the mountain of equipment we had.
Oh,
Oh.
so and then
But the good thing about me is I don't look like anyone. So
Right,
like
he-
once I take my hat and
He got-
glasses off,
They can't tell who it
I
is.
look like a cop.
yeah, he looks like a police officer. Like he cannot get arrested to save his life. Like,
Ooh.
Like
well,
it.
well, so when this happens,
I've been known to arrest a couple of cops in my day, but that's just me. But anyway.
amazing. Oh
well,
my
when this happens, when these scenarios happen with Lydia, and I've seen it a few times, it's over before it starts. You know, I mean, there's like a bullseye dagger that just diffuses it instantly. I mean, that's
like people like Lydia, and I mean, you're so witty and you're so fast, so much faster than everybody else.
It ain't gonna happen. Let's come on. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't need to brag about my retaliation. It ain't gonna happen. But anyway, we got to tie this up. But we are coming. We're coming to Poughkeepsie.
Please come to Poughkeepsie.
I want to come and hang out and have a movie weekend, not a movie
Let's do
day.
it.
That's
Oh my god.
no. You have a few things. Also, the bass clarinet duet, or
Yes, let's do
her
it.
duetting herself,
Yes,
and
exactly.
I will mix.
I'm so excited. Oh
But
my god.
I'm ashamed to say my powers of violence and instant retribution like failed us when we came face to face with David Yao.
He's been on the podcast. All right. Well,
Okay,
Is that-
well, all
Yeah.
right. Let's share a David Yao story. I'm sorry. Here we go. And this-
I'm sending the Eileen readings to you right now,
please.
and then we're going to be in touch about further.
Send him
Hey,
to
don't-
David Yao.
Oh no,
So
he
there-
made fun of my boobs. He just made fun of my boobs to my face.
well,
Look, you know what? He makes fun of himself, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be like the
He once told me he looked like Willie Nelson's scrotum, which was pretty accurate. That was his own admission. Anyway, this is the Lydian spin.
yes,
As it always is.
and anyone who listens, except her, I guess, is you're looking to go to Europe in 2026. So if you want to book them, maybe. So European contacts. You know where to. Well, just look them up and book them.
Do some bookings.
You guys,
Thanks so much,
You.
John
Thanks.
Ryan, Jeff, as he's known as, to his good friends. And sorry, we didn't even introduce ourselves.
Lydia, Lala.
Hi, Lala.
Oh, Lydia.
We'll be in touch. Trust me, I'm ready.
You have to
I'm
meet-
down. Oh,
Yes,
I'm down.
Amazing.
Thanks so much. This is the Lydian spin, and you know we're not going to stop. But we would appreciate any help we can get because, look, our mouths do not run on gas and air alone, occasionally food and drink. So if you wouldn't mind contributing, no contribution, too large or too small, because we're just going to keep going, whether or not you help us out. Your gain, your loss.
The PayPal is paypal.me/TSD1975. That's paypal.me/TSD1975.
It would help. We're going to keep going. You know, we don't like to beg, and certainly we're not, but actually it's a fucking command. Take it or leave it. Thank you. This is the Lydian Spin.